Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Meganium! I think that we have all forgotten the power of Meganium in the Great League, so I thought, why not dust it off and give this powerful Pokemon a go on a very classic team comp Bastiodon Double Grass, and Meganium will be serving as the closer on this classic ABB line. Meganium, very, very tanky and powerful. And also on this team, we've got Trevenant on the safe swap. Trevenant is here to draw out any potential flyers or fire types that may be lurking in the back on your opponent's team. Trevenant, the perfect safe swap option because it hits like a truck. Can really put the pressure on your opponents and either grab a shield advantage or just flip switch outright for you. That's the power of Trevenant. And also on this team, we've got good old Bastiodon on the lead. Bastiodon is here to protect our back two grass types from the flyers and fire types, which is why this ABB team works beautifully in the Open Great League. And of course, we all know by now, Bastiodon is about as tanky as it gets. But before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go. Lickitung on the lead. Pretty neutral lead for us. We're going to stay right here. Oh, but they make an aggressive play and do a Surf Etch. So we come in with our Trevenant. I saw the fighting typing and I was thinking Machamp, but this is a Surf Etch, which means that it can hit us for super effective damage. And not only that, it hits like an absolute truck, but we do tank one. They will get to another one and we will have to shield to take out this Surf Etch because we need to flip switch or... Yeah, no, we need the flip switch, actually, because I'm reading that there's a Medicham in the back. This is a classic team comp with Lickitung, the Lickitung Medicham core with Surf Etched on the safe swap. So we are fighting hard for switch, and we simultaneously KO, but we leave with a shield advantage. That is the power of Trevenant on the safe swap, so we're waiting down, gonna hope that we make the right call, and we do not! They bring in the Medicham, throwing us a curveball, so now Meganium has to put in some overtime, my friends. We do have a shield advantage. Is Meganium up to the task? That is the question, guys. That Frenzy Plant did a lot of damage to a very bulky Pokemon, and Lickitung doesn't hit very hard. We're going to tank this because we know that whatever Medicham throws at us will hit us a lot harder than what Lickitung does. We're going for Frenzy Plant number 2. This should seal the deal. Take out the tanky Lickitung. And now we are below 50% health. This Medicham is about as healthy as it gets. Have to shield this up. We have to get off some massive damage with a Frenzy Plant here. We do have it. We're going for it. It, of course, will not KO. But can we make it to a second one in time? They did sneak through a counter. I don't think we can, but these Vine Whips are absolutely chunking. We get the Medicham into the red. And holy smokes, the power of Meganium is in full force. Holy smokes, it's not every day that Bastiodon has the opportunity to take out a Medicham, but my goodness, Meganium did the job. Made it easy for Basti as we say bye-bye to the Medicham. Holy smokes. Meganium absolutely put in the work, put the team on its back, coming in clutch. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Meganium absolutely put in the work. It was amazing. And here we go. What is not amazing is this lead right here. Just about the worst lead you could possibly see with Bastiodon. And it's getting worse. We go into our Trevenant to draw out the flyer or the fire type, but we've got it combined all into one. Flaming Bird of Terror, known as Talonflame here. This is not looking good. We do grab a shield with a Shadow Ball, but they tried to go for the aggressive farm down. Now they have to either give up that last shield or let it go. Holy smokes, they let it go. That's the power of Trevenant right there, guys. Putting in the work in the mid-game matchup. They're going to try and deny us our energy. Trevenant's on a roll. We figure, why not grab that final shield while on our way out? Trevenant is insanely powerful. Holy smokes. And we do grab the final shield. That would have definitely one-shot. Trevenant is a monster. Holy smokes. We've got just the answer to Swampert here in the form of Meganium. And they've got a Toxapex in the back. Holy smokes. This thing is about as tanky as it gets. Battle of the tanks. The Bastiodon of the land meets the Bastiodon of the sea. Holy smokes. That brine did absolutely laughable damage. Niantic did not do Toxapex any favors giving it brine without a move update. Holy smokes. This is insane. Oh my goodness. Battle of the tanks, like I said, my goodness. The beauty of going up against Toxapex is it does not hit hard. It's kind of like a wet noodle. Its redeeming quality is definitely its immense bulk. This thing is quite bulky. But so are we, and we do have a shield. Gonna go for another Stone Edge, and it does not KO. Expecting a snipe from the Swampert. Here it is. We don't care. We have a shield. And Bastiodon put in the work on that Toxapex. We can easily come in, farm down. Gonna shield this up. We have a shield, might as well use it. Gonna farm down and have some loaded energy, although I don't think we need it for the Toxapex. And this threw me off. I did not think that they were quite at a move, but that is fine. We are about as tanky as it gets, and we survive. One Vine Whip takes it out. Meganium is insanely bulky, takes out the Toxapex. That's gonna be a good game. Well played. Basti Double Grass was really putting in the work, and here we go. We've got a Lantern on the lead with Surf, not the best lead for us. We're going to go into Trevenant on the safe swap. They are running Water Gun, and they meet us with a Shadow Jumpluff. So we do have to be very careful for a acrobatics. That would be a nightmare if we tanked one of those. They do bait with the energy ball. That is fine. Gonna go for a shadow ball here. They can definitely tank this even in the shadow form. Jumpluff is quite tanky, but they shield. So we are going to shield this as well. No, we're gonna let this go. We're gonna call this, and they're just going straight an energy ball on a grass type. That is interesting. I don't know if they have frustration or missed the community day, not sure, but we're still going for this shadow ball here, and we have grabbed both shields. So that means we can flip switch with our Trevenant. That's why Trevenant's on this team, to either flip switch for you or grab a shield advantage. There are very few Pokemon better at doing that than Trevenant, as we say bye-bye to the Jumpluff. It's the power of Trevenant yet again on the safe swap, and they tried to either catch or snipe us with a Registeel. We did not let that happen. We banked that Seed Bomb. It could come in handy later. We're throwing Basti in here just to soak damage and do as much damage as possible. We can, at the very least, fight back with super effective flamethrowers. It'll do a sizable amount of super effective damage to the Registeel, make the job a little bit easier, because we will not win this. They cannot farm down. Can you imagine having to throw one of the most expensive charge moves in the game to take out a low health Pokemon? Quite tragic, but that is what you get when you play Registeel, and that is okay. This is fine, guys. As we saw in those previous battles, Meganium, pretty tanky, tanks that, no problem, and we can just overfarm by a little bit, overload, and throw just before they get to another Focus Blast. That'll give us a little bit of residual energy to put in the work on this Lantern here. We are at the Frenzy Plant, and Lantern's so tanky. This doesn't even KO, but my goodness, it does loads of damage, and they have to throw. They cannot farm down. And now, it is all but over, my friends. We've got the move locked and loaded. Trevenant hanging on by a thread, long enough to seal the deal, as we say bye-bye to the Lantern. My goodness, what a close battle, but Trevenant takes it in the end. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Had a blast with those bonus battles. As we move into the featured set of the video, we are met with a Sableye on the lead. Pretty neutral lead. So the play here is to get this Sableye within a manageable health range. That way we can come in with Trevenant and hopefully farm down. But A lot of trainers who play Sableye on the lead are quite crafty, and they like to really overload on energy, which could make it a little tough for Trevenant, because if that is the case, which it seems to be here, we will have to shield a foul play. But we do grab a shield advantage here. We're going to tank this. It does not come anywhere near close to KOing. So we tank this, and now we're going to make the play into Trevenant and try and farm down. That is a lofty task, but it is doable. We do have to tank this foul play because they overloaded. They're not going to let us farm down. They're going to come in with a XL Grimer, XL Alolan Grimer. We're going to go for the Shadow Ball, although resisted does a lot of damage to the dark types. Trevenant is insane. Holy smokes. Gonna shield this because I think we can flip this. Because they tanked that big Shadow Ball, Trevenant hits so hard that we can actually go straight Seed Bomb from here on out and possibly flip this. They let that go, and that means we're flipping switch and maintaining alignment. That's the beauty of Trevenant. They do come back in with that Sableye. Gonna throw this Seed Bomb, and if they want to shield this, by all means. But no, they let it go. And they've got an Alolan Marowak in the back. Holy smokes. Oh, this is getting tricky, my friends. So they did get through one Fire Spin, so we're gonna catch the Bone Club onto our Grass-type Meganium. Had to make that play. We did bank that Stone Edge, but it is still an uphill battle, guys. These Fire Spins are absolutely chunking, and we're going to go for this EQ and either one-shot or grab that final shield. Maybe should have baited here, but I don't think it made a difference, guys. They can easily overload on energy. Had to throw the EQ at least to give ourselves a shot, because if we had baited, they would have just thrown it and took us out anyways. And this one came down to a CMP tie. Very well played by our opponent. Alolan Marowak sweeps it in the end. Couldn't quite get that one done, but like I said, good game. Very well played to our opponent. That last one was razor thin, but let's see if we can recover here, but not with a lead like this. We get a G-Fisk on the lead. This is a terrible lead. So we're actually going to safe swap Meganium on Stunfisk leads, and the reason why is they generally have an Azumarill in the back along with a Trevenant. This is a very common team comp that you often see with Stunfisk, so we are playing with that in mind. Going to tank the Rock Slide, and there it is, the Trevenant. So they come in with the Trevenant, gonna go for the Frenzy Plant, of course, and you'd be surprised at how much damage it does. That's a lot of resisted damage. Trevenant, not known for its bulk, and we're going for Frenzy Plant number 2. This will not KO, but it will get them low, and this will likely grab the shield, and it does. Holy smokes. Meganium grabbing shields from Trevenant. You'd love to see it. And speaking of shields, we will shield up whatever this is. We want to either get shields down or take out this Trevenant with our Meganium. We're going for Frenzy Plant number 3, and I think they have to shield this if they want to flip it, and they do. That is amazing. Meganium grabbing a shield advantage. You'd love to see it, and they do farm all the way down. So this Trevenant is absolutely loaded. Coming in with our Basti, and they aggro swap, locking in their Stunfisk. And this is beautiful. This is fine. As we are reading that there is an Azumarill in the back, we have a shield advantage for our Basti, and we can do fine with that in mind. We do tank a Rock Slide, no problem. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball. That's gonna do more raw damage. Both of our moves do hit for neutral. And that gets the G-Fisk into the red. And now the play here is tank another Rock Slide. It does not KO. And go for the full farm down and leave this matchup with loaded energy. We do get a little bit of lag there, and we do get the farm down. So, expecting the Azumarill to come in. So we go Shadow Ball, but they come in with the Trevenant to soak the damage. Holy smokes. Kind of panicked a little bit, but that is way overkill. And they've got a Swampert. It's not an Azumarill, but can we hang on long enough? And we do. Holy smokes. Trevenant says, hold on, buddy, I got you. We're closing this out as we say bye-bye to the Swampert. Oh my goodness, Trevenant is an animal. Hanging on with low HP long enough to one-shot the Swampert. You'd love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Basti double grass with Meganium in the back was definitely good for a win or two in the Great League. And here we go. Another Stunfisk lead. Holy smokes. Can we get a good lead? I don't know, guys. We make the play into Meganium yet again to draw out the Trevenant. But no, it's a Charm Alolan Ninetales. That is not a Trevenant. But that is okay. Either way, we're going to do loads of damage if they let this go. They shield. That is amazing. We've got another one locked and loaded. Going to put the pressure on this Charm A9 here. If they let this go, it'll do a lot of damage. Holy smokes, they let it go. They had to play out the 2 shield to win this. We win this in the 1 shield, guys. So all we have to do is shield up this Weather Ball, and we can easily farm this thing all the way down, and we get it. That's the power of Meganium. My goodness, such a strong, solid Pokemon to run in the Great League. And we're on a roll here. Going to shield this and really put even more pressure on our opponent's team here. We've had the EQ, not letting that go. Oh, and they let it go. Holy smokes. I expected them to shield that nearly one-shots, and they've got a Medi in the back, so it's Trevenant time. We don't have any shields, and if they're running Ice Punch, which it looks like they are, it'll hurt, but it doesn't quite KO. And we can actually just go straight Seed Bomb here. They might have lost track of the counts. Going to go for the Seed Bomb, and they shield. That is amazing. And now we will absolutely make it to another Seed Bomb on the CMP tie. This will not quite KO, but it'll be getting the Medicham quite low, and it does. And we did CMP tie them there. This is beautiful. Trevenant and Meganium can absolutely put in the work. My goodness. So now we can come in with Basti and farm down with resisted smackdowns. We are quite healthy. And that Stunfisk is quite low, but I'm looking, we cannot quite farm this thing down, and we weren't going to make it to another move, but my goodness, we throw Meganium in, trying to catch. They tried to farm down, but Meganium says, not happening, as we take it out. They let us get to a Frenzy Plant. They tried to farm down. My goodness, Meganium was here to shut all that down. That's going to be a good game. Well played. As I said in the beginning, I thought it was necessary to remind everyone of the power of Meganium. It is quite strong in this meta, and here we go. Trevenant on the lead. Pretty neutral lead here. As with all Ghost-type leads, we stay in a little bit to chip it down with these smackdowns, all while tanking the damage. Although, unlike Sableye, Trevenant hits a little bit harder, and with Shadow Ball with Stab. So we don't quite want to get too low. We don't know what they're running in the back. We do grab a shield there with the Flamethrower, and we will shield up the second Shadow Ball here, and then look to make the play into our Trevenant. We're going to preserve some health on Basti, and look to farm all the way down. They will not make it to another Shadow Ball. This is just a Seed Bomb. We definitely tank this. It does chunk a little bit. Like I said, Trevenant's not known for its bulk, as they come in with a Skarmory. So we loaded up on energy on that opposing Trevenant, so we're going for the big Shadow Ball. They definitely tank that, and we will not make it to another move. So we have to wait down the switch timer. I know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take advantage of the misaligned switch timers. We have to come in with Basti in there. We are momentarily locked in here for the because of the misaligned switch timers, so we have to shield up the Hydro Cannon and preserve health on Basti. Gonna bank that move and make the play into Meganium. Well played by them, taking advantage of the switch timer. They let the Trevenant go down so that they did not have to expend the switch timer. Well played by them. They go EQ, not going to cut it, and we are just going to farm all the way down. We are down a shield. The Skarmory has energy. Going to go for the Frenzy Plant here. We've got back-to-back. Although double resisted, they add up, drawing the shield from the Skarmory, and we are fine to let this go. Bastiodon has a move, has health. The Skarmory can do nothing to Bastiodon, but they undercharge. Holy smokes. Nice undercharge, Trader, allowing us to get to another Frenzy Plant. But they kind of had to, and holy smokes, the power of Meganium hanging on with its hardest counter in the meta long enough to allow us to say bye-bye to the Skarmory. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the power of Meganium. It is quite strong, guys. A lot of people have forgotten, but it's here to remind us all. That's going to be a good game. Well played. How impressive was Meganium in that last battle? Didn't even need the Bastiodon to close it out. Holy smokes. And here we go. Finally, a solid lead in the form of Ariados on the lead. That's about as dominant of a lead as you'll get with Basti as they make a play into their own Bastiodon. Speaking of, a little slow on the swap, but that is fine. Meganium does very well against Bastiodon. We can definitely tank this, but we're going to shield. We want our Bastiodon on that Ariados. So yeah, gonna shield that, preserve some health, and go for this massive EQ. And it doesn't quite KO, but we can farm down. This Bastiodon will not make it to another flamethrower, and we do farm down. We do we are at a shield disadvantage, but that is fine. Our Meganium's quite healthy, and we get to another EQ, courtesy of that healthy farm down of the Bastiodon. And this hits for neutral, and it hits for a lot of neutral at that. And they cannot farm down. They're going to have to throw a move, and they do, just as we get to the Frenzy Plant. Very solid timing by them. And that is fine. They do take us out with a Cross Poison, and coming in with Basti. They've got a Swampert in the back. We are down a shield, but I think Trevenant may be up to the task. I don't think that we will be able to take out the Swampert at a shield disadvantage, but we can at least get the shields down. I do believe we shield this out of caution. No, we let it go. It could have been a Sludge Wave that would have been disastrous for us. Very gutsy call there, but we kind of had to do it. Gonna go for another Seed Bomb here and likely grab that final shield, and we do. And we will shield this up to get this Swampert to dump its energy, but a lot of Swampert trainers are quite crafty with their Swamperts. They're gonna overload a little bit and throw here. Not going to let us take it out, justifiably so. So now Bastiodon has some work to do. We do have some residual energy. We definitely tank another Hydro Cannon, no problem. And because this is a Shadow Swampert, we can actually farm it down before they make it to another move. They aggro swap back into the Ariados, and it can do nothing to Bastiodon. They can debuff us all they want. We're just going to farm it down, and we're going to have a move for that Swampert, and they top left. They saw the writing on the wall. They said it's not happening. They top left. And that is going to be a good game. That is a team, my friends. How about Meganium? Holy smokes. Super impressive in these battles, coming in clutch in most of them. Basti Double Grass, always a very solid team comp to run in the Open Great League. And you can run it with a various assortment of grass types. So I do like Trevenant on the safe swap, though. If you're going to run double grass with Bastiodon, you could go for the double Razor Leaf for line. Everybody does that. That's kind of lame and boring, in my opinion. So yeah, we run Trevenant on the safe swap, and I have run this team in the past with Venusaur as the closer, but I said, you know what? I think everyone's forgetting about poor old Meganium. They've forgotten the power of it as a closer, and I thought, why not remind them all and throw Meganium in there? And my goodness, was it impressive. Holy smokes. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching. Keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.